most.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 120 of Report This Post, podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger and that is Christian.
Geiger, you ignorant slut.
And we are your hosts with the posts. Every week Christian, myself, or a listener select a different topic and then find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. This week's topic, as chosen by a listener named Andrew, is Saturday Night Live.
That's right.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Is that a good Don Pardo?
Don Pardo. Yep, very good.
Resting in hell right now, Mr. Pardo. He died a few years ago. And then his job was taken over by Daryl Hammond, a guy who just sounds like him.
Is that who does it now? That's
Then he was replaced with just another guy who does a voice that's not even remotely close. It's like some wimpy little beta fucking voice, has nothing to do with. I mean, it's perfectly in line with the show, which used to be, of course, a masculine powerhouse with such noble men as Rob Schneider and
one of
John
the guys
Lovitz
from Kids in the Hall.
Yeah. Michael. Oh boy. Folks, it's the fifth member of Kids in the Hall.
Low tier shit. Yeah.
Talk about a show that would not exist these days. Kids in the Hall. Holy macaroni. Anyway, folks, we'll do a Kids in the Hall episode at some point. We're going to go through all the big sketch shows. We're going to have a Mad TV ep coming up real soon.
That would actually be pretty good.
Then a Vacant Lot. Do you remember that one?
No.
Vacant Lot was aired on MTV in 1993.
Oh, my God.
And I remember enjoying it as I guess like an 8-year-old. I don't know how I used to love comedy as a kid, and I just didn't understand why or how, but I would watch it. I don't know why it was on MTV.
Also, Mark McKinney.
That's our guy. He was involved with that one?
Yeah, he was.
This guy put his hands in a lot of different pies.
Jumping all over the place. That's pretty good.
What a pervert. So anyway, Saturday Night Live, 45 years old at this point, or thereabouts, considered one of the absolute granddaddies of comedy, of television.
Yeah.
It is a format that does not need to exist anymore, which is the hour-and-a-half long show, which in of itself is stupid, with variety, with music and stuff. And then there's in between the music and the news segments, there's these things called sketches that are about 15 minutes long, in an age where your average comedy bit online is 15 seconds long?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
It's actually kind of incredible. Like if you watch, like I haven't watched SNL live in boy oh boy 10 years maybe. I don't know, probably even more than that. But every once in a while, like one of those, just like a sketch will pop up on TV. People are like, you have to watch this one. Like great, the show's not perfect, but you got to watch the sketch. And then it's like it's 8 minutes long, and
when am I supposed to do what? I'm supposed to put my life on hold for this?
It's like, Jesus Christ, what do you expect me to do, huh? I have to look at the internet for 19 hours a day. You think I'm just going to take time out of that to watch a video on the internet? But also when you do watch, it's like you realize that a lot of the sketches of this ilk of comedy is like, we came up with an idea, we had one funny joke, and we're going to just keep doing that for a while. Yeah, we're just going to keep going that as long as we can. And that's kind of what you can expect out of SNL these days, or every day for that matter. But nostalgia, for me personally, I can think of all the '90s SNL is pretty damn good with your Farleys and whatnot.
Sure, I remember growing up. There was a time when the E! Entertainment Television Network had syndicated. Run from about 1989 to like 2001 or something. Mm-hmm. So they had blocks of SNL on the daily, which was great to watch that in the middle of the day. And also, it's great because they like edited out like all the shitty sketches.
It was an hour long.
There's no musical guest, like no monologue. Like it was just like just the sketches. Perfect.
Yeah, the way the show should have been edited. Sometime in the early 80s, but for some reason they just let Lorne Michaels do this thing forever. Whatever, I guess it still works. The last couple of years, it's especially become just complete dog shit with the Trump stuff. So, and I feel like we're going to hear from some folks who have something to say about that. Plus, we're going to hear from some folks who just straight up do not like the show in general.
That's right.
For example,
this very first post that I'll read here.
Oh, interesting.
Which was posted by a now deleted user to our unpopular opinion. SNL fucking sucks, and it's just straight up not funny. How this show has so many viewers is honestly beyond me. It's a huge, awkward, rambling, bumbling mess. The actors all look and act like high schoolers experiencing their first time on stage. I definitely cannot be sober if I ever hope to remotely enjoy this pile of hot garbage. That stupid fucking cheeky grin they get as they deliver their pre-written lines is just awful, and how people manage to find it witty and funny is astounding. Their awful scripts all read in the most sarcastic, loud fashion, including the delivery of punchlines and pause for the audience's laugh, literally make me vomit in my mouth. The fact that making it on SNL is considered an accomplishment in the comedy/TV world should say a lot about the entertainment industry. Fuck that show. Fuck Kate McKinnon. Fuck Pete Davidson and his I'm just a normal dude with some problems ass. Fuck all of those assholes. And quite frankly, fuck you if you're one of those morons who defends this dumpster juice of a show.
Great.
Whew. Well, in response to that, user PongDiddy4099 replied, agreed. I haven't watched since Phil Hartman got killed by his crazy-ass wife. So
that's interesting, yeah. I think Phil Hartman was off the show.
He was on to better and bigger things like News Radio, I believe.
That's right, News Radio, which was a heck of a fun show. Starring Mr. Hartman and John Lovitz, and was Andy Dick on there as well? Or is that
Andy Dick, Dave Foley, Joe Rogan.
Speaking of Kids in the Hall with Dave Foley, and then of course our colleague Mr. Rogan. Now you would not have seen that guy back then and said, "Yeah, he's going to make $100 million doing anything one day." Certainly not talking to like he was one of the. Joe Rogan for a while was like typecast as just like a dumb guy that doesn't know anything. Well,
he's riding that pony high now. Yeah good for sure.
I remember Phil Hartman dying was a big part of my youth. I was very sad because I was always a fan of Phil Hartman, both through SNL and The Simpsons fame. But he was the perfect straight man. Well, what are you gonna say?
I was just going to say he also designed a number of album covers in the 70s and 80s for bands like Steely Dan, which many people don't know and is also kind of bizarre when you stop and think about it. But he was a multifaceted entertainer. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, you've actually told me on more than one occasion that you aspire to be Phil Hartman, graphic design wise, and being shot in the head by your wife wise too.
Gotta flesh that one out. Got to get a new one.
Don't worry, you'll find a wonderful woman to blow your brains out while you're sleeping. So, a lot of people like Alec Baldwin's putrid impression of our president, Mr. Donald J. Trump. But not everyone does. Take this comment from Facebook. Alec Baldwin is a satanic fallen angel who is only recently famous for doing a pathetic impersonation of Jon Voight, also known as Donald Trump. Ivanka Trump is Angelina Jolie. They are all demonic shapeshifters.
So is he doing an impression, or is he actually Jon Voight? Okay?
Yeah, but also apparently Alec Baldwin is recently famous. For doing this, as opposed, like, the reason why they picked him to do the impression is because he was already famous for 3 decades. kind of known for the entirety of my life as a famous person, but apparently this lady did.
They got this Baldwin guy. Never heard of him. Yeah.
But so wait, let's go through it. Donald Trump is Jon Voight. Great.
Yes.
Ivanka Trump, his daughter, is Angelina Jolie, which is also Jon Voight's daughter is Angelina Jolie. So, for some reason, the demons still have to maintain the patriarchal relationship hierarchy. And then Alec Baldwin he's just a satanic fallen angel. Sure. And as that fallen angel, he's doing an impression of Jon Voight, who is Donald Trump, right?
Yeah, that tracks.
So Baldwin isn't anyone else famous. He's just a satanic fallen angel. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. But this theory does help explain why Jon Voight's been making dozens of bizarre rambling videos about how we need to support our president. Recently, I don't know if you've seen any of those.
No, he's been one of Hollywood's conservatives for some time. But what does it? That means he's is he not one of? Because wouldn't he be considered one of the good ones, as it were?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't even think the last movie I saw Jon Voight in. National Treasure. I think that's the only thing that comes to mind. So.
Well, let's see what he's been in. First of all, he's 82 years old, looking great. That means he's at least 10 years Mr. Trump's senior. He's coming up. Oh no!
Oh no!
He's going to be in a movie this next year called Roe v. Wade. The film stars a predominantly conservative ensemble cast.
That rocks.
Brother.
It was one of those conservative movies. That's very cool.
He's also a movie called Reagan.
Sure.
It seems like they kind of got him in a certain place. Oh no, he was also in Dracula the Dark Prince. So
great.
And Tropic Thunder, which I don't remember him in.
I don't remember him being in that either.
Well, he's busy. Busy as being a president, I guess, for 4 years. He's too busy to do anything. Being our wonderful president.
Very good. On that conservative tip that we've been discussing here, a guy, Frumpelmeist311, started a thread titled "Saturday Night Live mocks Staten Island business lockdown protesters as queers and babies" over on thedonald.win.
Oh yeah.
And included a photo of Pete Davidson from the Weekend Update segment this punchline was from. This cuck was on SNL mocking Americans for protesting the lockdowns. He gets to work but makes fun of the average American trying to save their business. God, I hate these people. These bitches don't have the balls to say this to someone's face. They deserve a reckoning. And SpliffBear250 replied, "If this guy's dad didn't die on 9/11, nobody would know who the fuck he is." And Pony Soldier 66 added, "His dad was the lucky one in the family."
Yeah. What a great congregation of minds is the Donald and Pete Davidson, who has a bizarre following. I think, like, women are dumb, right? Because, like...
Okay, whoa.
Wait, what's happening? No, like...
Okay,
because there's, like, Pete Davidson has this, like, following of women that think he's like the hottest fucking thing.
Oh, sure.
He looks like a stupid idiot.
He looks like a busboy. Like, that's what he looks like. He looks like
his face looks like sunken in. Like, it doesn't. I don't understand what's attractive about the guy.
Doesn't look well. He's an ill-looking young man. He has probably the worst tattoos I've ever seen. But somehow when guys just absolutely look like shit, women just fall over themselves and be like, he is so perfect.
That guy is disgusting. I demand that he fucks me immediately. He looks like
I need him to raw dog me and just blow a load
shit. Please,
deep inside me.
God, just throw every single amount of your cum inside my awful pussy, because I am a dumb fucking bitch. Yeah, Pete Davidson, he looks horrible. But he's like 6'4", so yeah. And
supposedly he's packing he's carrying a hammer around.
Yeah, so. These dumb bitches love these jerks, whereas nice guys like us ain't got anything. These dumb slits don't understand how good we are.
If you weren't so fucking stupid.
You weren't such a sweetie little dumb cunt. Now, the Donald, of course, great content lately. In fact, I found some more stuff myself regarding our wonderful SNL program. Kiki123 posted this on thedonald.win. Once President Trump is confirmed and the left goes crazy, how do we make comedy great again? SNL, movies, shows, media with left-wing propaganda. How do we get them to stop bashing our president? I can't deal with another 4 years of that ish. And KRM 944 responded, "The only place to host comedy is in a free speech zone like this. Comedy in the wild is extinct. I'm over giving my money to Hollywood. Meme Smiths are my new directors and producers of choice."
The word meme smiths makes me feel physically ill. That is so
truly revolting. That's brutal.
That sucks, man. The one thing I will say though is that these guys aren't wrong. That comedy is pretty much dead.
Sure. And Hollywood's full of pedophile freaks and all that. It's when you decide that your comedy of choice are people who make memes.
Yeah. I just love that little green frog. I can't get enough of him.
I love seeing that frog. I love seeing words above his head and then below his head. It fills me with such joy to see that happen.
Sometimes they flip it and they put 2 lines below, and it's like a whole new format. I just can't believe it.
That impact font's so cool. Yeah.
I'm selling also by the way, I'm selling t-shirts with the frog on it.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to buy them.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm 57 years old. Yep, I have 6 kids. Let's say 4 of them don't talk to me, but
yep.
2 of them will respond to my texts after a couple days, so feeling pretty good about things.
Riding that high. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Meme Smiths, everybody.
Real bad. Ooh.
How long did you say Mimi, by the way?
I didn't. I've always said meme.
No, I think I said Mimi once out loud in like 2013, and someone was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" I was like, "Oh,
yeah, record scratch."
Oh, I was like, "Uh-oh, this is why I shouldn't say things from the internet out loud ever." Yeah, that
just
was,
walk up, you see, you're like, "Did you see the new Mimi, everybody?" And like everybody's like,
I was like, no, I was talking about the character from the Drew Carey show. No, please. Isn't she hot? Please, can someone confirm? Oh.
She's looking great these days. Oh, my God.
Drew Carey show episode coming up real soon. Hey, if you want to select an episode for the podcast, you head over to patreon.com/reportthispost. You can upgrade your membership there. If you are a member, if you're not a member, you can become a member and then upgrade your membership. Or you go to reportthispost.storeenvy.com. For just a couple of bucks, you can select an episode topic. We have several good ones coming up. We have one that was just selected the other day that is for another TV show from the 90s, popular-wise. Is that correct?
That's right.
So let's let that one simmer, folks. Let's see what that one's about. It's not news radio, and it's not
unfortunately,
it's not Veronica's Closet or Caroline in the City. So there's a couple other ones to think about. I don't know. It's gonna be a good one. I can guarantee it. Can't not guarantee it. Can't guarantee anything. Why would I do that?
Let's not do that. All right.
Yes.
So, as you opened the show with the skits and sketches over there on old SNL, there was one from a couple years back that featured Miley Cyrus and some of the cast dressed as adult babies performing as a musical group named The Baby Steps.
Uh-oh.
Well, this caught the attention of one of our favorite online communities, and user Abysitter posted in RADBL, OMG. The entire SNL cast in diapers? Awesome. Who's the ABDL on their writing staff?
And what does ABDL stand for again?
Adult Baby Diaper Lover.
Yeah.
For those just tuning in.
Yep.
Prurient Putty commented, I don't know if anyone like Miley Cyrus or Melanie Martinez or Aubrey Plaza really are ABDL or even visit sites like this one, but just in case they do and search for themselves, I want to say thank you. Thank you for helping normalize us even just a little bit. Thanks for portraying us as cool, cute, interesting, funny, in a good way, by associating with us and not in the stereotypes that we're all deranged, obese old men. I think you are helping make it one step closer to personal for people. When no one knows anyone who is ABDL, it's easy for people to think we're crazy, gross pedos, etc. But when they know someone who is, even if it's only in the way people know celebs, who they like and don't think is creepy, I think it helps so much to cast us in another light, as just another thing that some people are into. If any celebs ever had the courage to actually explicitly out themselves and talk about us, that would be an even more amazing and could do so much good. But I don't want to push anyone to do what they're not comfortable with, and I'm already grateful for what you have done. Thank you. And a now deleted user replied to that with, I so badly want Pete Davidson's diaper. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Putty, but I don't think... and by the way, it's also not Seinfeld. I know I said Putty. I don't want anyone to think that was a clue to the 90s TV show. Yeah, sorry, Putty, but I don't think anyone on the show is happy to normalize the ABDL. I think they just think you're weird and think it's funny to make fun of you. So
yeah.
Sorry. That's just how it goes, and it's probably because one of the top responses to that was, I want to see Pete Davidson's diaper, and then I want to probably eat it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's going to stop a lot of that normalization stuff.
I want to give a special shout out to my IRL friend Josh for sending this over to me, and also note that he has watched every episode of Saturday Night Live that has ever been released. So
yeah, like I don't even think even Lorne Michaels could say that. Like no one on the planet can or should be able to say that. Yeah, thanks, Josh. He's been a great resource for this episode, and so has Andrew, the guy who selected the episode, which you can do yourself over at patreon.com. All right, so what if I just did that after every single post? Do you think people would get the goddamn message? Well, Mr. Tom Hanks recently hosted SNL during the whole coronavirus pandemic, meaning that he was doing so from his house. Mm-hmm. The whole show did this wildly unwatchable Zoom sketch thing. And when SNL announced that Tom was going to host, some folks on Instagram didn't like it because they thought Tom was actually arrested for fucking children, because that's what QAnon said was happening. So let's read some of the comments on that post. A lady said this: Tom is in jail. That is a clone. They all have clones.
Uh-huh.
All right. Another woman said this: he made a comment about the, quote, house he was filming from. Watch it and you will see there is something odd and off about it. Also, he mentioned using cue cards. And at the beginning, he said he's the, quote, celebrity canary in the coal mine for coronavirus. Interesting choice of words. However, there's a gentleman who had an eagle holding an American flag for his avatar, said this: this is all bullshit. No fucking way is he allowed to do SNL if he is guilty of what he was accused. And furthermore, this debunks the circulating picture of the so-called FBI waiting for him to get off the airplane when he made it back to the States. More and more, I start to think we are being strung along, and somebody is sitting back laughing.
Yeah.
Ooh. That
you
one
hate to see
is
it.
the absolute closest any of these guys will ever get to figuring it out. And undoubtedly, he probably, after he typed that, was like, no, it can't be that. No. I was wrong.
What was I thinking?
Oh.
Yeah. Who possibly could be sitting back and laughing at this?
Certainly not a podcast reading this.
I absolutely love the mistaking cue cards.
Cue cards. Yes. So in this lady's mind, Tom Hanks says, like, hey, I'm reading off cue cards, and like she thought like, that bing! Was like a big wink. That's right, I'm in custody for raping children because I'm reading cue cards, wink.
Oh my god. That is so fucking good, dude. That is so funny. Yeah. There's been, I found several threads online with this, like people breaking. So it's just like the monologue with Tom in like a kitchen, reading the cue cards and saying like, wow, what a crazy time to be, alive. I was one of the first celebrities to get COVID, whatever. And like, it's amazing. Like everyone is breaking it down, like frame by frame, going through the whole thing. And it's like, this can't be his real kitchen. It's too small or whatever. And all this just the idea that you can determine if Tom Hanks is under FBI arrest. He's like under house arrest by the FBI after he was captured in Australia. And you're going to determine that by watching a monologue on SNL. It's very funny that they think that's how this would work. That first of all, he could just do that. The FBI's like, all right, we'll let you host SNL while you're under secret indictment for raping toddlers. Looking forward to it so much.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be the guy.
Mr. Tom, man. Mr. Hanks, we're a big fan of. We love Forrest Gump, honestly. So yeah, you can do it. Yeah. Yeah. The idea. Like,
hate to be the guy that takes that away from you, sir.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we arrested you, but it has to be a secret. So, don't give away any clues in the whole thing in the monologue. Don't mention QAnon at any point in any secret way.
The two fucking FBI guys. Did he say Q card or did he say Q? I'm here locked up in my house for having fun with children. And people are like, oh my God, I think he's saying it. Yeah, it's great. These people are just some of the most fun online. Just absolutely
completely stupid. I don't know why they went after Tom Hanks. Why was that the one?
Yeah, don't know. Seems like an easy target though. He's a squeaky clean fella. So But I remember when people got mad, he did Road to Perdition, and he like shot a guy, and everybody's like, I can't believe Tom Hanks would do that.
That was a long time ago. Yeah. Now, to be fair, he was actually acting when he did that. Is that correct? I want to make sure.
They let him shoot that guy. He was like, I'll be in your movie if I can just absolutely blow somebody away.
And the funniest thing, of course, is that after we heard from, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago, with the Michael Jackson thing, where the guy was like, we're all but have videos of him being balls deep in babies, and yet they're like, wow, he was not a pedophile because I like his music. Yeah. But Tom Hanks, no. That's the guy.
It's because he refused to do a sequel to Turner and Hooch, and nobody ever forgave him for that. So, and rightly so.
Yeah.
So,
well,
great.
He's gonna roast in hell for that choice.
Utility Anon account started a thread in r Live from New York, which is a very active SNL subreddit. Bowen Yang is too gay. SNL definitely needed an Asian cast member. I'm against diversifying just for the sake of sounding politically correct. I think companies should hire the people they need, and they need Asian characters. But Bowen Yang has absolutely no range, and I feel like he's ruining every role he plays. In every part, in every episode, from Kim Jong-un to gym class instructor, he has been the same amount of gay, and it's just not working. It was a funny spin on Kim, but as every following role he has played has had a gay twist, I just can't take him seriously anymore. It's not funny or original, and frankly, it's poor acting. You're not just playing yourself in a costume when you act. And CA Intro replied, "You're a total dipshit. I for one am sick of all of the 16 other cast members working their heterosexuality into every character they play. Well, except for Kate. But she's like totally hot, so it's okay. Right. Please don't give this community a bad name." And the OP responded, "Look, clearly this offended you. I know it comes off as homophobic from the get-go, and I clearly shouldn't have mentioned his gayness at all. So I'll say, when you are playing a non-flamboyant character, regardless of their sexuality, you don't make the character act flamboyantly."
Right. Yeah, I don't think actors should bring in their own thing into the character at all. I think that's nonsense. In fact, they should only be robots that play these characters, right? Yeah.
A gay Asian robot. That's what that show needs.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Hey, the way these freaking SJWs running Hollywood, you wouldn't be surprised to see one of those hired, huh?
I also like the grouping Kate McKinnon in with heterosexuals, as she is famously not, and is currently the spouse of our favorite Barry Weiss. So.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh my God! That you know what? That explains a lot about a lot actually.
Actually, looks like they actually broke up, so both of those gals are back on the market.
Oh, that's too bad. I've actually. It's funny because I've seen a lot of lesbians online say how much they love Kate McKinnon,
sure,
and how hot she is and everything. So even gay women are kind of dumb for how they view the attractiveness of SNL members, because she just kind of looks like a lady to me. I don't know. What do you think?
She's fine. I mean, she has her moments, I guess, but I mean, who would be the most attractive SNL of all time?
Oh, it's shit. I had a joke answer and I can't think of her name right now. Fuck. What was it's gonna come to me. Melanie Hutzel. You remember her? You remember her from the early 90s?
She like the little mousy gal?
Just look her up. She's she has like the face of like she looks like, she had like a conjoined twin cut off of her head or something at some point.
Oh yeah, she played Jan Brady all the time. That was like her one thing.
Yeah,
that
she had she somehow got onto the show.
Oh boy,
with that.
I'm looking at her now, and she's Whew.
She just got a big jaw, and
Yeah. Well, it is now part of her neck now from her most recent photo.
You know, it's funny. I'm actually looking at the pictures now, and she's not nearly as awful as I remember, but still not. Look, can't all be Pete Davidson's. What would you say? Tina Fey maybe's got to be up there, right?
Tina Fey's up there, yeah. Young Amy Poehler post dental surgery. Yeah.
Well, we got to say young for all, like, obviously. Like, there's no old version of any of these broads that are. Jan Hooks had her moments.
Sure.
Who else do we got? Yeah, that's about it. Farley.
Real hot.
So, user Who Dat Mika posted this on our conspiracy. SNL is a propaganda machine. I don't have any sources. I don't care. I dropped acid and watched SNL. It was obvious. It's not just awful sketch comedy, which it very much is, but it's also conditioning people. I'm tripping. I don't care. It's just awful, and I don't know why anyone would watch this. It's just pushing pop culture and swinging at low-hanging fruit. I know everyone here knows this, but damn, how many people actually watch this shit? Most responses were along the lines of this exact response from user Rainbow Effing Dash. All media is programming.
Sure.
Great.
Quite literally, yeah.
Yep. And there was responses like, why do you think they call it programming? Right. You know, people who understand how homonyms work and stuff like that.
Sure.
But then there's also this response from user SSTX9, just watch Rick and Morty. So, that is not propaganda. That apparently is the third eye into reality. And you can hear all about that in the Rick and Morty episode, which was, of course, episode number
18.
Whoa. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. That is over 100 episodes ago.
Yes, sir.
Which is, it's like hearing someone telling me they were going to rape and murder me. That's how horrifying that sentence is. Good God. I figured out that we've done over 100 episodes based on the fact that, you know, we've done over 100 episodes, but
sure,
somehow saying that Rick and Morty episode was over 100 episodes ago when it feels like it was just yesterday, right?
Sure, something like that.
Before this bitch heckin' of a year happened, huh?
Well, we used to do this face to face, and I would drink 4 to 6 beers every episode. Miss those days.
Now,
so much.
You're averaging the episodes where you drank no beers, right? To make it 4 to 6.
Yeah, that's right. I found a few similar posts to this that weren't bad per se, like they weren't bad posts, but they just detailed how people have to be absolutely obliterated in order to even enjoy SNL. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are like getting ready for SNL. I got my, got my bottle of Jack Daniels ready, and it's like, oh man, that's why do that.
Why
do that?
I don't watch a lot of stuff, but when I do like get plowed and decide to watch something, it's always like what I would do if I was plowed is I would watch SNL from like 1994. Because I need to relive some part of my far-reaching youth and just have some sort of nostalgia to make me not want to blow my brains out. But I can't imagine getting, bent and then being like, I'm going to watch the episode with Billie Eilish as a guest or whatever thing is going on right now. Like, I can't imagine doing that because I would be so uncomfortable and so angry that I'm wasting my beautiful drunk moments watching some awful modern SNL,
which you will spend 20 minutes watching, turn off, and then put on Mad Max.
That's
Fury
right, Mad
Road.
Max Fury Road. Of course, I have the first Blu-ray I ever got. I'm still waiting to watch the black and white version, which was the second Blu-ray disc in the Blu-ray pack. It comes with its own black and white version on the Blu-ray. They have a black and white version of a movie that was not meant to be shot like that, but for some reason the people who made the Blu-ray put a filter on it and then made extra money selling that thing. So great.
That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah. We're going to do that with all of our episodes, where we're going to re-release the episodes in
you guys in Ebonics? Is that what you guys do?
What? What? Ebonics?
Because we're the white version, so we need.
First of all, I don't think Ebonics is allowed. They don't call it. I call Ebonics slurred speech. Anyway, you want to read your next post?
Yeah, I do. At Emma_KCR tweeted, I want to write a paper about SNL's Pat because no other cultural figure of the 90s adequately demonstrates the gargantuan shift in gender politics since then.
Yeah.
And at I Wanna Be a Door One replied, I couldn't find any SNL Pat sketches on YouTube, just the movie clips. I'd like to show some of the sketches to my trans daughter. I think it's an important part of non-binary history, the first mainstream media visibility. So I'm trying to imagine this setup where this guy's like, hey, honey. Here, sit down. This was my first exposure to somebody like you, and it's fucking... it's fucking...
And then it's like, I need to get a haircut. And it's like, and you this makes you want to fuck me, or
this is what you think. This is what you
and like rubbing the hips or whatever the fuck Pat would do.
And the daughter's like, this is what you think of me.
What the fuck is going on here? Yeah, that was, they're right in that it was a very different time. I mean, I watched it as a kid, and it was funny. Like, it wasn't, I didn't look at it as any sort of gender thing. It was just clearly the idea was that it was no one could determine what Pat was, and that was the joke every time. And
that's the joke. And also Pat, it was like I mean, honestly, it's like unoffensive even now if you watch it, because it's just like,
because the jokes are like the coworkers wanted to figure out what Pat's gender is, and then they would make comments that were very ambiguous. Then it was like, here's my partner, and then it was, Dana Carvey with long hair, and it's like, what's your name? Chris. And like, oh man, this doesn't help at all. It was jokes like that where they were trying to solve this riddle, but they could never figure it out. And they apparently made a fucking movie about it, about the Pat character for some reason.
That's one of the spin-offs, one of the SNL spin-off movies.
The 90s was great for SNL movies that many of them should not have happened.
Oh, no.
Because it all started with Wayne's World, which was perfect. Great movie. And then you got It's Pat, then you had Al Franken's thing, and then...
Oh, that's right, Stuart Smiley. He did that too. Holy shit!
It's hard to like some of these sketches now. They have the idea of them turning into movies is insane, right? Because they don't have any sort of staying power. But there was a time when the 7th best sketch during any night of SNL could garner its own movie.
Could have been a movie. That's right. Yeah. Surprised we didn't get an Opera Man movie.
Well.
What's the last SNL movie? MacGruber?
Probably.
That.
I've never seen it, but I hear it's actually very good. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
People say it's like underrated in terms of comedy. So, and speaking of underrated comedies, tell your friend about Report This Post, the great podcast where the hosts read posts from around the internet. And speaking of posts, I found a thread started by a user named Sincerity about former SNL cast member Bill Murray.
Okay.
I've read in a few threads that there's a book about Saturday Night Live which describes Bill Murray trapping the female workers on a big couch in his dressing room and tickling them mercilessly. Does anyone know the name of this book? And I should note, This is from a website titled ticklingforum.com.
Oh, no.
User MS responded, "The full title of the book is Saturday Night Live, A Backstage History. While 15 years out of date, it was better written and more informative than the most recent SNL book, which does not even mention the Bill Murray tickling anecdotes, such as, in the SNL Nerds sketch with Murray, Gilda Radner, and Steve Martin, Murray tickles Gilda's sides and says, 'Tickle machine, out of control.' In Stripes, Murray plays with PJ Souls in a kitchen. He seats her and runs a rolling pin along her thighs, calling it the, quote, Aunt Jemima treatment. PJ's reaction seems a little ticklish, but she does not laugh, as I recall. Scrooged has one female and male tickle. Actress Alfie Woodard tickled her son's stomach with her mouth. Later in the film, Murray does that to Bobcat Goldthwait. So, pretty detailed history of Bill Murray's tickling career. Some other threads started by user MS. True story, the nurse I tied and tickled. What two famous people would you like to see tickle one another?
Oh, my God.
And here are some girls I think belong in the Tickle Abuse Hall of Fame. So, I think you'll find that there's actually a lot of similar threads and posts over on ticklingforum.com. And I reckon this will be a fine resource for future episodes. That's right, folks. Speaking of future episodes, if you want to hear more episodes of Report This Post that are completely uncut, unfiltered, fucking raw-ass, freaking mother-effing goddamn full episodes, available only over at patreon.com/reportthispost. $5 a month, you get those full episodes, and especially you get to hear the whole episode for the SNL thing that you were just listening to. This was a hell of a fucking episode. We really got to some absolutely dog shit, insane posts, and you're going to want to hear them over there at patreon.com/reportthispost. What a way to ring in the new year of 2021. Way better than that ass-shitting asshat of a year of 2020. You're going to want to make sure that you have the absolute best podcast for 2021 as we ring in the Joe Biden administration. And don't get too comfortable with being able to spend money for podcasts, because the communist Biden and his Maoist Vice President Kamala Harris will steal all of your money and make you poor forever. So while you have the money to spend, go to patreon.com/reportthispost. And yeah, bye.